Imagine waking up one day to headlines that read, "Greenland slips away from Western influence. Russia and China celebrate. NATO fractures. America's northern defenses are wide open." This isn't science fiction. Greenland, the world's largest island, mostly ice-covered, home to just 57,000 people, sits at the absolute center of the new great power race in the Arctic. Today, we're asking the question everyone's whispering about, but few are answering out loud. What happens if America loses Greenland? Stick around, because the stakes are higher than you think, and the clock is ticking. Greenland's story with America goes back decades. During World War II, the US stepped in to protect it from Nazi Germany after Denmark fell. We built airfields, radar stations, basically turned it into a fortress. After the war, the Cold War made it even more vital. The shortest path for Soviet missiles to hit the US was right over the North Pole, and Greenland sat smack in the middle. Enter Thule Air Base, now called Pituffik Space Base, America's northernmost military outpost. Built in the 1950s, it's part of our ballistic missile early warning system. Radars there can spot incoming threats from thousands of miles away. Space surveillance tracks satellites. It's a key node in America's homeland defense. Fast forward to today. Climate change is melting the Arctic ice faster than anywhere else. New shipping routes are opening, shorter paths from Asia to Europe, cutting thousands of kilometers off traditional routes. Resources like rare earth minerals, oil, gas, Greenland has them in abundance. And suddenly, Greenland isn't just a frozen backwater, it's prime real estate in a new geopolitical game. Let's break down the strategic importance. First, the GIUK Gap, Greenland, Iceland, UK. This choke point controls access from the Arctic to the North Atlantic. During the Cold War, NATO used it to track Soviet subs. Today, with Russia rebuilding Arctic bases and sailing more subs, that gap is back in play. Lose influence over Greenland, and Russia gains easier access to Atlantic sea lanes. Second, missile defense and early warning. Pituffik's radars peer deep into Russian territory and across the Arctic toward potential Chinese threats. In a nuclear scenario, seconds matter. If that capability weakens or falls under competing influence, America's defenses are blinded from the north. Third, resources and economic power. Greenland holds massive deposits of rare earth elements, critical for everything from smartphones to fighter jets and electric vehicles. China already dominates global rare earth processing. If Beijing gains mining footholds here, through investments or partnerships, it tightens its grip on the tech supply chain. Fourth, the Arctic rush. Russia has reopened Soviet-era bases, deployed icebreakers, even nuclear-powered ones. China calls itself a near-Arctic state and pushes its polar Silk Road. New routes like the Northwest Passage could become major trade arteries. Whoever controls key positions like Greenland shapes 21st century commerce and military movement. Right now, the US has basing rights through agreements with Denmark. But Denmark's defense spending in Greenland has been limited. Greenland itself pushes for more autonomy, even independence someday. That creates openings and risks. So what does losing Greenland actually look like? It probably won't be a dramatic invasion, though some wild scenarios have been floated. More likely paths. 1. Greenland accelerates toward full independence from Denmark. It's already semi-autonomous. If independence happens without strong Western ties, GIUK could seek deals wherever the money is. China has tried investing in mines, airports, infrastructure before. Blocked so far, but pressure could mount if subsidies dry up. 2. Denmark can't or won't invest enough in defense. Copenhagen has promised more, F-35s, surveillance planes, but the Arctic is vast, expensive. If gaps appear, adversaries probe. 3. Political fracture. Imagine Greenlanders feeling squeezed between US pressure on one side and Danish ties on the other. Or external influence sows division. We've seen disinformation attempts before. 4. Economic leverage. Rare earth deals go to non-Western firms. Ports get built with foreign money. Over time, influence shifts quietly, what some call geo-osmosis. The result? America no longer has reliable, dominant access. Thule might still operate, but under new constraints. New facilities? Forget it, and competitors fill the vacuum. If America loses effective control or influence over Greenland, the fallout is massive. First, Arctic dominance shifts. Russia consolidates its northern flank. China gains a foothold on America's doorstep. Imagine Chinese research stations turning dual use, or mining ops providing intelligence cover. New sea lanes become contested, not cooperative. Second, NATO cracks. Denmark is a NATO ally. Any perceived loss of Greenland, especially if tied to coercion elsewhere, erodes trust. Some experts warn it could shatter the alliance faster than any external threat. Europe questions Article 5. US troops in Europe face calls to leave. The transatlantic bond frays. Third, homeland security weakens. Early warning degraded. Missile paths less monitored. Submarine tracking harder. In a crisis, response times lengthen. Deterrence suffers. Fourth, economic and tech risks. Rare earths flow elsewhere. Supply chains vulnerable. America pays more or loses edge in EVs, renewables, defense tech. Fifth, global precedent. If the US can't hold its northern flank, rivals test elsewhere. Panama Canal, Pacific Islands, even space. The rules-based order weakens. Bottom line, losing Greenland isn't just losing an island. It's losing leverage in the next frontier, where climate change meets great power competition. The Arctic could become the new South China Sea, but closer to home. Is this inevitable? No. The US already has a strong position through Pituffik and alliances. Denmark and Greenland want Western partnerships. They've blocked Chinese bids before. But it requires investment, more defense cooperation, economic ties, respect for Greenlandic self-determination, not threats or ultimatums. Smart diplomacy could lock in advantages for decades. The Arctic is melting, literally and figuratively. The question isn't if competition intensifies, it's whether America steps up or steps back. What do you think? Could Greenland become the next flashpoint? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got more deep dives into the geopolitics shaping our world coming soon. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, because the future is being decided in places like Greenland right now.